question. There's such a multitude of different systems exploding onto the market every day, and we're always fascinated. There's so many different cost structures of these systems. Whether they grow with you, per employee, whether they charge you per contractor, whether they charge you by function. Be fascinated. Do you think the market values and has appetite and very transparent pricing, or do they want to pay by piece, or how do business owners evaluate their return on investment with all these different complexities of pricing models?
Yeah, absolutely. I think just like everybody, I'm actually this is a very timely question because I'm considering doing this myself. Once upon a time I did, and I stopped. I think I'm gonna do it again. Is listing pricing on your web pages. So there's often a bit of a fear when it comes to listing prices on your website. So speaking as a business owner now, where you think, oh gosh, it's going to scare away the market, and also my competitors are going to see it, and then they're going to run off of it as well. But as a customer, as a user, there's nothing more frustrating than delving into a website and trying to get a gauge as to whether is this solution right for me. Inevitably, one of the first things that's going to be on people's minds is, gosh, how much is this going to cost? And I've found over time is removing that question before the conversation even begins leads to a greater level of inquiry, and also leads to a much more frequent good quality conversation with a potential customer as well. So with my kind of business marketing hat on, I've certainly found that that's the case. I'm going to bite the bullet and relist our pricing soon. But also I think it helps ensure that it's a good fit. So if you are looking currently on the market for a software solution, if it's not one of your first questions, I would certainly be putting that on my list of the top 2 or 3 items to become aware of when making a choice. But I wouldn't make it the first question. When it comes to understanding what software solution you should be looking for, I would actually be recommending going back to your team, and it goes back to that point of involving your team members right from the very beginning if you can. So even the fact or even the idea of identifying whether a software solution is right for us currently would be a question I'd be having with my team, and then working out exactly what their wish list is, what's essential, what would be a nice to have, what would be something that maybe in a few years would be good to have, and listing those, and then comparing that list with what you're seeing on the web pages and on the info pages.
That's such a good point, and it's something actually we're seeing more and more of is sometimes these organizations may not have bought software before, right? So they don't necessarily know how to evaluate or how to choose software, and so that matrix of requirements of nice to have of potential grow-ins. We couldn't agree more. It's such a valuable tool to help you assess the different options out there. What might be right for you today? What might be right for you into the future? And what might be right enough for you today and into the future. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Matt,
absolutely.
again, another insightful session with you. I think such a good point there about that engagement, team involvement, and ensure everyone's got a return on investment because everyone's going to put their time into it. And of course, you're looking to achieve a successful outcome, which means team engagement, team buy-in. Understand what you need today, understand what you might be needing in the future, and assess that with all the team's involvement.
Mhm.
Again, team, if you're looking for practical advice around health and safety, you really should consult with Matt Jones for Advanced Safety. Thank you.
Thanks, Simon.